The views expressed in this interview are those of the individuals and do not reflect the official policy or position of the U.S. government, the Department of Defense, the U.S. Navy, or the Naval Postgraduate School. Welcome to the Trident Room, brewer of stout conversation, unfiltered and on tap.
Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of Trident Room Podcast Unfiltered. This is Alanna.
Hey y'all, this is Anthony.
I'm Elaura, and today we have a guest.
Hi, I'm Josh. I just showed up. Yeah.
Hey
Josh he plays the saxophone with the Del Monte Brass, and they had an incredible performance at the graduation today.
Graduation.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, and congratulations to all our graduates. Everyone that helped in every aspect. Yeah, big thank you.
Did you carry it, Josh? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm just here supporting
Everyone else is
Elaura
supporting
and all of
Josh.
her. But remind how many graduates this quarter, and
we
this
had
is your
close to
second,
400. Yes,
and this was your second time coordinating all of this.
Correct.
So that is really impressive.
But
we're gonna invite him to all the shows. This is
right.
If you provide some more beers and stuff, absolutely.
But Elaura, tell us about what happened last night. You were here really late prepping for the
But what if I tell this story and
performance?
someone is like, "That's mine"?
Well, then I won't answer their email.
Okay.
Well, now you have to talk about it, because
So-
that way the viewers don't think it's drugs.
So
credit.
that was my
So
paraphernalia. Oh, no.
You got quite a surprise last night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was working here
great
pretty
time.
late, getting ready for graduation today. And as I'm leaving the front of the Del Monte Hotel, I hear what sounds like a sick seagull. You know, seagulls
What?
can sound
What?
seagulls
Can't
can
say
sound
I've heard
super
that before.
crazy, or
Yeah,
just like
they
some
can. They have
they
different
sound
sounds.
wild
Yeah.
at any given time. And so I hear this like, you
Yeah.
know.
Wow, I
No,
feel like
just
I'm,
like
I feel
that.
like
It
I'm
went-
hearing
it went
it's
just
sick
like that.
seagulls, like right in front
Yeah,
of me.
yeah. It was
Wow.
just
You
crazy.
practice that often?
And I was like, I do. Yeah, I go home and I'm like, channel your
So
channel
what
your
did
inner
it end up being?
seagull.
Was it actually a seagull?
Oh,
or
Was it a
some
seagull? Spoiler
guy-
alert, the seagull that I thought sounded like a cat was in fact a cat, because I was like, man, that
Aw.
seagull sounds such like a cat.
Crazy how that happens.
But why would a cat be at the steps of the Del Monte Hotel? It was
Yeah.
a kitten, and it came
Aw.
running to me crying, and so
Did it didn't have any
It was-
collar,
it was
nothing?
new.
Just-
It's
wow.
probably like
Aw.
6 weeks old, honestly,
my
8 weeks
gosh.
old. It's
Wow.
pretty new.
Poor babes.
So the I guess assumption right now is that maybe somebody was moving and didn't know what to do with it, so they put it at the steps of the Del Monte Hotel. That's
It
the
happens a lot.
scuttlegut going around.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Because
a lot
how
of
else?
logistics, though. Like, you have to go through base security just to go through the front gate.
They
and
don't
drop
check
off a
IDs on a
cat.
kitty cat.
But like, why would
They
you go
don't-
through all that
Sir,
effort?
if I could have your ID, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Are you dropping off a cat? No, you can't do
No,
that.
I could totally see it happening. It just
Maybe it was
like,
living with
you
all
gotta-
the deer and the geese that end up just.
It was like, I'm done.
Anyway.
Airplane. Yeah, maybe that's it too. Maybe it was like adopted by these geese.
Well, that's
It was-
why
it
it
was
sounds
Maybe
like
wild.
a sick.
maybe this
Yeah,
cat,
yeah, the
That's why it
bird.
sounds like a
That's
sick
why it
bird,
sounded like
'cause
a.
it was adopted by
Maybe
a
this cat identifies as one of the geese or one of the deer here because it
Not
just saw
allowed.
this wildlife.
Yeah.
And, was
And the
like,
goose was like, "Listen, it's been fun, but
But
I can
Times
no
are
longer provide
changing.
you what you
You're
need."
not one of us. It's time
You
for
were
you to
born a
find.
cat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They can bring it to you.
All right.
You need to have the best
So-
life. So here we go.
I did take home the cat, and I might have this cat.
Aw.
and I want
Nobody's
you to, I
allowed
want
to-
you
You
so
haven't named
bad.
it yet, though.
No.
I'm not going to name it
Okay.
until I've 100% committed to keeping it.
You have to
But
name
I think
it
I've-
Monty. If you keep it, you have to name it Monty.
I'm not naming it after a fruit company that already makes enough
It's
money.
not after the fruit
No.
company. It's after the
Mm-mm.
hotel of which steps
No.
you found it.
Nope.
So you're saying Chiquita is off the table?
Chiquita banana.
That's off
That'd
the
be a good
table.
one.
That's a
It's
good
probably
name.
going to be
Disney.
something Disney related.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Pin-
Violet.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's
Aristocrats or
cat
something,
was
the
Figaro, so I can go
Yeah.
Figaro or
Oh,
Fig,
okay.
Figgy,
Bagheera.
Bagheera.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dinah. There are a lot of Disney cat names. For anyone listening, if you have ideas for this cat name, I enjoy
emails I will
Disney.
accept.
I enjoy X-Men. I enjoy board games and nerdery, miscellany. So
Wait, what's
That's
what's
a
the
subreddit nerdery.
What's the
That's
color
Yeah.
of the cat?
ours,
Because if
yeah.
it's orange,
It's a
it could be
tortoiseshell.
Oliver. I'm thinking
Oh,
Oliver.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking Disney
Billy
off
Joel,
the top.
right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
in it,
Billy
right?
Joel
Billy
is
Joel.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
dog
yeah.
in it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And this, yeah.
I was just watching that movie the other day.
Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was showing my son.
It's
that.
one of the it's one of the original ones. Or not original, but
well,
it's in the early.
know what you mean.
You mean
and
ones they haven't made a live action for and ruined it
Okay,
yet?
I'm
do
not
not.
even going
Please
off.
don't.
I'm not even going off on that tangent. All I'm saying is that I'm doing like a beginning to end watch of Disney movie and
Aw.
films, and so
Nice.
Oliver
Nice.
Oh,
and Company
that's
was one of
fun.
them.
My daughter and I are
Just
doing
animated, not the
like an
Yeah.
A to Z Disney. I remember we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah, we were
about that
talking
one
about
time.
And
Yeah.
What did you guys choose for your
G Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
I'll
Disney.
accept.
It
I
is.
still
Yeah.
just
owned
It
by-
showed up
yeah.
when
Well,
we
I
were
don't know what other
scrolling.
G is there. Like
We were talking about that.
movie.
Goofy
Oh,
movie.
Goofy movie. What's a Goofy
Oh.
movie?
No,
technically?
articles don't count.
Yeah, I'm on Elena's
okay.
side here with
Articles
this.
don't count.
But
And-
we were
Okay,
we were
okay.
in a Guardians of the Galaxy move. We
That's fair. I
mood.
still think that's a one that she should
Powerline.
watch if she hasn't yet.
Yeah, Goofy movie.
That was like a
I'm just thinking of the girl in the Goofy
Dynamic of
movie.
my
When
youth.
you're an adolescent and you're watching. it,
Yeah,
you're
with the
like,
way her
oh.
hair like is across the
Yeah.
face, and you're just like, she's so
You're like,
And
cool.
you're
I'm
just-
so serious.
Yeah.
An adolescent, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I think I love her.
Yeah. But yeah, we
I'm
went
not
with
going to
Guardians of
comment
the
on
Galaxy.
that.
Because you know it's true. You were
No
there.
comment.
I'm speaking for the listeners.
There you
I'm not going to comment on that.
But yeah, so now I have a cat, and when I was
Of no
purchasing like $100 worth of supplies at Home Goods, they were like, "Oh, is this for your cat?" And I was like, "No."
This
can
is for
call it no
temporary
one.
transient.
I was no one.
That's geeky. I'm sorry. That,
No.
I'm in my Odyssey
I
era.
have to do it right.
and
this cat.
Odysseus said his name was no
Oh.
one when he was
okay.
when the Cyclops was like, "What is your name?"
Yeah.
And
How does it
Odysseus was
go?
like, I'm no one. And so when he
I
like
felt like a
when
Cyclops was right
Yeah.
next to me, actually.
right
Yeah.
when he
We're really good
when
at
he
impressions
entered him
around here.
and like all the other Cyclops came running because he was like all screaming. They're like, "Who's hurt you?" And the Cyclops was like, "No one." And they're like, "Well, shut up then." Like,
That's so funny.
Are you excited for the Christopher Nolan movie that's coming out? I'm super excited about that.
I could be convinced. I could be convinced to go see
An
it.
What's your
Odyssey
hesitancy?
movie?
Yeah. And the thing I love about Christopher Nolan is that he's very minimal on CGI when he has to, but a lot of
Yeah.
his stuff is like he makes
Yeah.
everything. So for instance, I just rewatched Interstellar. He literally made the cornfield and then made a profit off selling like
yeah, he did. I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that. So, yeah.
So that's why I'm pretty excited to see what comes out of this Christopher Nolan the Odyssey.
I've just been like disappointed in the past, so I don't want to get my hopes up.
Oh,
and get my
for
heart
like
broken.
ancient Greek
Just keep
Roman
it
movies?
so
Yeah,
low,
that's
so
fair.
Yeah,
if it's
exactly.
like slightly better, then
Yeah.
you're like, wow, this is the greatest
Like-
movie of this year.
Like Troy
Generally
had,
does me well when I do
yeah.
that.
like Troy had a lot of like good potential,
Mhm.
but
But then things happened.
yeah.
It's been a really long time since I've watched that movie. But yeah.
I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm
Except
catching up
Disney movies.
actually. Disney,
Except
yeah.
for Disney, obviously.
Disney
Yeah, yeah,
movies.
yeah.
I'm actually catching up a lot. I
Oh.
missed a lot of 90s, 80s classics
Can you
that
give me
I
an
So-
example?
Have
Yeah.
You,
Oh,
sorry,
for
go
the
ahead.
first time in the last year, I've watched Tombstone, which was great.
Nice. Rest in
Amazing.
peace, Val Kilmer. Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
No,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
If there's a movie that
If there
has
was a
stuck
classic,
with
that would be
me,
classic.
yeah.
That's a good Western
Um,
movie. Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Oh wow!
I told you I've missed out.
What?
Yeah, no, for the first. This is all within the
Wow.
last year. I've been.
Scene.
Yeah, totally.
What
That's
else?
the guy who did Dune.
My cousin Vinny. I've heard.
Oh.
I've always.
Oh,
I know.
Vinny, what?
I know.
Okay.
How did
So
you
I've
miss
been.
out on me?
I don't know.
That's
I
crazy.
Disney. I guess I've just been
You were
like.
close to Disney.
Is
Yeah.
that in that category? I guess.
What?
My
Disney?
cousin Vinny? Is it?
Is
No,
it a classic?
She's just talking
She's
about
Oh,
just-
just
she's-
classic.
No, how did
Oh,
I
sorry.
miss all the
I was thinking like
movies?
Disney.
How did I
She's
miss all these
catching up on.
classic
No,
movies?
that is.
Okay, wait.
definitely-
Princess Bride?
I have seen Princess
Nice.
Bride.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we could be friends.
Nice.
Woo, that was
Yeah.
close.
That was a
They
test.
actually showed that to me in school, so I was forced
Yeah, you
to watch it.
did.
You know what I was forced to
It
watch?
counts.
You know what I was forced to watch a bunch of times?
Yeah.
When the teacher didn't want to do anything, we watched The Sound of Music.
Oh,
so
jeez.
I hate that movie now. 'Cause
Really?
We watched it
You were
so
forced to
many
watch it.
Oh,
times.
don't give us
Yeah.
that fuel.
Yeah. Oh man.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
But it's like the
I'm
40th
gonna use that all the
anniversary
time now.
of
I
it,
thought you were
so-
gonna say like Bill Nye, 'cause like I love.
Oh,
Bill
we
Nye.
used, they used to have us
Cool.
watch Bill Nye too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
I don't know, there wasn't like a movie that there wasn't a movie that we rewatched so many times that I'm now like I feel nauseous if it's on. I don't have I guess my teachers kept it new.
It's a
every
very
time.
odd movie to pick to have on repeat for your students
it
too.
was a music class that I was in.
There
Oh.
are
And-
so many options,
I-
and they just
I-
went with Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was an older. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to remember now what the person was. I don't know. Either way, maybe she was hungover, like a lot of times, and so she's like, "We're just gonna put on
that
Sound
was
of
her
Music."
hangover
and-
movie?
I don't know. We're just gonna watch Sound of Music. I don't want to teach today, So I don't know. So now I'm traumatized from that.
That's
so.
fair.
Anyway, I'm sorry. But anyways, what other classics have you seen?
Oh,
that-
I'll try to remember. I don't remember. Something
When it
about
comes to you, let us
Return to
know.
New York or Return to. There was some. Oh, the one where.
Oh, it's what this.
The one with the aliens that come to. That have taken over and you have to wear glasses to see them for their real.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, I watched that for the first time. It was
man.
great.
That's a great movie. Yeah, there's a
They
good fight
they
scene.
live. They
They
live.
live. Yeah, they live. Yeah. There's a good
I
fight
don't
scene
think
in
I've
the movie.
seen that one.
Oh,
Let me see
it was pretty good.
I'll have to add that to my list. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good
What is it
sci-fi
called?
movie.
They
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
They live.
The main star is a wrestler. He was a wrestler
He was
back in the day.
great.
Yeah.
He was fit AF. Oh my gosh! If
So
there is
annoying.
any reason to watch that movie,
Why do you
it's
keep writing
PG,
for
that-
Mom?
that
Yeah,
booty.
yeah.
Listeners.
Went
he
from
fills
Disney to
those
this. That's
jeans.
good.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. But yeah, so movies. I mean,
Okay.
movies, cat,
You're just full
graduation.
of all kinds of events.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wish my
So
life was
having,
more exciting.
so I have a 19-month-old now. This is
Aw.
our first, and he's been the excuse for me to go on Disney and like
Yeah.
find those
Watch a
old
bunch of Bluey.
classics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I tell you, if you haven't watched Bluey, like especially when
No,
you watch it as a
It gives
parent,
me like emotional crisis.
That-
to watch
that
Bluey as
is
an adult.
emotional.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yes.
intense cartoon.
I've probably seen it now because like we just play it in the background like while
Sure.
he's like running around, or sometimes he'll watch it, sometimes he'll go play in his toys, whatever. But we've probably seen it like through repeat probably 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
And I still watch it, and like those episodes,
They'll just
some
give
of
you
them
an
get
existential crisis.
they
You'll
hurt
just be like
like
staring off into space.
the
after.
what was it, the baby race is probably the one that really hits me, where it's like the parent is just trying to do everything they can to make sure like that Bluey, the kid, like tries to walk, and it's
Oh.
she makes it like a little bit of a competition. She gets
Sure.
a little bit of ego, but then the baby's kind of just stuck in that predicament for a while the other kids are progressing well, like they're able to
Yeah.
stand up and
Wow.
walk,
Mm.
while her kid is still just crawling. And
So it kind of it sheds light on situations that parents go through that they might like,
Yeah.
hey, this is normal that your kid's not
But
walking yet.
it's from the kids'
It-
perspective. So
and
the
I'm
kids will
experiencing-
enjoy it, but like the adults also get something.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pixar.
I'm
Pixar's
experiencing
like
it
that.
now because like right now
Airplane.
oh yeah, airplane. Sorry.
I'm
just like seeing my kid now,
Yeah.
and he's getting closer to 2, and we had an appointment earlier where they wanted to assess his speech. Like he's still figuring out how to
Yeah.
say certain words, and we got recommended that he go to speech therapy just to kind of work on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the way that it was kind of addressed to us was kind of a stab in the heart, like, oh, did we just mess up somehow? Like, we weren't doing enough at this point, and that's why he's behind, quote unquote.
Oh, I don't like that.
But this Bluey episode, when we're watching the baby race, and one of the episodes is like, hey, there's something you need to know. Like, you're doing great as a parent. Like,
Aw.
don't compare yourself
Yeah.
to the other parents.
Yeah.
Every
different.
kid
Yeah.
is going to run their own race.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
It really hits me every time. And there's like other episodes like that at Bluey. And when looking for random shows you just want to show your kid because like, you're busy or whatever, there's ones that they don't recommend. And I don't recommend Coco Melon. That's overstimulating.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
you've heard like, and I've seen clips of it. I'm
I've
like,
never
oh my
seen it.
god,
I
do
don't have
not
kids.
show your kid. It
But
is
you've seen Bluey?
specifically.
Of course. I
You're like,
need
I draw the line at
yeah.
Coco
So
Melon
Coco Melon is
and
an
silly
extreme.
podcasts, but I
Don't
watch
do
Bluey.
that.
My nieces
Don't
and
do
nephews,
that,
they didn't
but
like
Bluey-
Coco Melon. They like Bluey. So there
Yeah,
you go,
no, Bluey absolutely is a very good show for adults
Aw.
and kids to watch.
Mhm.
And like maybe my
Yeah,
son
adults and
Daniel
kids,
is
you hear
maybe
that?
understanding like maybe 2 words of it, but
Yeah.
it's not
Maybe more, you never
overstimulating.
know.
It's
Yeah.
not influencing him in a negative
Yeah.
way. Like
Yeah.
he ends up watching it for a little bit, and then as it's playing, he'll just go off and do something else. So
Yeah.
you know it's not
Well,
hindering him.
You know, like I was listening to this podcast from the Daily talking about ADHD and talking about the evolution of diagnosing it and things like that. And the person they interviewed is somebody who's a researcher that's within that field, that domain in the medical field. And he was diagnosed with that. And he was talking about as a kid, his personal experience, how when he was growing up, people didn't quite understand the diagnosis, the symptoms, things like that. And really it came down to, for him, as he was growing up, finding the niche where he would thrive and succeed. And everyone's very different, right? And our system is made so that we set a baseline that's accommodating for everybody as much as we can. But that doesn't mean it works for everybody either, And for me, actually, I almost didn't graduate high school. And now I'm like working on a doctorate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
everyone's
again,
running their own race.
Yeah.
You know, like I think about that. Everyone has their own unique way to succeed in life, and I'm seeing that with my son. Like the stuff that I need to do to ensure like he is thriving, and there's some things that work well and some things that don't. And I talk to the other parents, and there's a couple of my friends that had kids the same time I had my kid. And the stuff that they do, I might not do for my own kid, but like it works for them. So like, who am I to like interject and say no? You got to do it this way.
The good thing is that there's a lot of great programs within the Navy and the DoD. If you have a children that has certain special needs. What's the exceptional family
member program?
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
Exceptional family member program.
Do you mind talking about what that is?
So it is. It's a program that you, if you have suspicion or something of that nature, of your kid or spouse or something, someone within your family, you can get them kind of categorized through the Navy doctors or Navy facilities, and there's categories from 1 to 5, and they mean different things of support that you're allowed to get, but a lot of it is what the detailer can do with your orders. So anything that is a 3 or higher, 5 being the highest, that means that you can only be stationed in the CONUS or continental United States, because the care that your family member needs can be supplied CONUS, but maybe it cannot be supplied during in a foreign country or something.
That makes
like
sense.
That.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have as many resources or as strong of a,
or it's just not available. If like a lot of times, like when I was stationed in London, I was embedded with the Royal Navy, so there was no U.S. support. It was all and not that they didn't have it, but there wasn't the system to like pay for it, or who does the that kind of back and forth. And then the highest category, 5, is kind of what they call a homestead. So one of my friends, her daughter is category 5, and that just means that when they get stationed, and they generally get you stationed at like a concentration area, fleet concentration area, so that you never have to really move, like especially with autism or something like that. They need things to stay the same or routine.
Yeah, that consistency is so important.
It's key for the support, and so they will try and keep you in a place where it won't injure or hinder your career for staying in the same area, and you have the ability to progress while still keeping things consistent for the family member that needs that consistency. So the categories basically, not only do they give you different support or open up doors of support, but it also helps the detailer ensure that support for your family is there as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think the last part's really important to stay on, because you may have problems, and it's not going to count. I'd say problems. There's going to be some challenges within your family, and it's not going to count against you at all. Nothing. The command can't do anything to say, hey, like what's wrong with the sailor. It's like you're having family problems, and the Navy is supportive and wants you to succeed. They consider you obviously an asset to the organization, and they want to continue to have you within the organization. So there's a lot of great programs out there. So if anybody's out there that has these challenges or has sailors that encounter these challenges, there's tons of programs, right? And there's no problem or shame coming out and saying, hey, like I need some help.
Oh, absolutely. I have a family member that's in it. She's 3, category 3. So it's mostly everyone has one, or they know somebody that has one. So yeah. All right. Do you want to get to the question for today?
Yeah,
let's
absolutely.
Do it.
So I have my
Rock, paper,
questions.
scissors?
I have yours.
Yeah, let's just pick.
Do you want to do the number?
the finger?
The finger. That sounds so wrong. Do you want
Given
to
a
do
finger?
So Elaura has an app where you put your finger on the screen of her phone.
Are they all in the bag?
No,
Or what, is it a combination or is it just
I
yours?
have his and I have mine. But
That's
then I don't have
fine.
yours. But
That's fine. We can just pick one at
Let's do
random.
the finger. I like
well,
that
if
stuff.
it's his, then if he gets chosen, then he can choose one of his questions, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah,
We will do it.
it worked so well last time.
I may just ask silly questions. I've been studying for my PhD written comprehensive exam, so my mind is kind of.
So
All right, everyone. Put a finger on the screen, whichever finger.
I'm just
Oh.
watching you.
Elena's
Yeah.
question got
All right.
chosen.
What is this?
Cool.
So it's essentially a randomizer. Everyone who's I use it in board gaming to pick like a first player. If it says choose a random
The
first
first one.
player, so everybody who's playing puts in their finger and it chooses a random person.
Huh.
all right, here's.
Sometimes it's a bit awkward because I bring it out and then I get chosen as the first
And then it
player.
looks like it's
and
rigged.
yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
we just did rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right, let's hear it.
Okay, so this is Elena's question.
Yep.
I'm gonna read out here. So, what's something you hope people remember you for, and something you hope they forget?
Ooh,
Oof.
that
Oh, man.
second part.
That's-
Wow.
Are they normally this
Wow,
deep?
we were.
Jeez.
Wowie, wow,
I think I need
wow.
another drink.
Yeah. Before we.
Wow.
So, yeah. What do you want your legacy to be?
Oh, that's okay. That's true.
Yeah.
what do you
can-
want?
I guess you can think of it like, what do you want your legacy to be? And then what do you?
I asked my daughter
like,
that.
what is a weakness? I guess you hope people forget.
Yeah, I asked my daughter that the other day.
Oh my
Actually, I was
gosh.
like,
What'd
"Hey,
you say?
what do you think my legacy will be?" Because I was kind of feeling sentimental, and she was like, "I don't know, money." And I was like,
That's fair. How old is she? She's like, I don't know how to
I was
answer that
like, she
question,
was
Mom.
like-
Yeah.
She's
See a
like
therapist,
13.
Mom. I don't know what to tell you.
She was like,
always honest. I love it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
I
I
don't
was like,
have money.
I was
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I'm not made of money. What are you talking about? Like,
That's pretty good.
That's the last
A
thing.
will? I don't
Yeah.
understand what you're. Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, I think what I want people to remember is just that I guess my kindness and that my attempts to leave wherever I go better than when I came to it. Yeah, just like, hey, she was a nice person and very kind, and I always felt respected, and so I hope I'm leaving that behind.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely. I
that's
mean,
really
just
cool.
seeing it today, just the coordination, everything you've done for this graduation, that is a big shoes to fill, like from the previous one too. Like,
Sure, absolutely.
that is, I am very impressed, just how you're able to manage all that, especially today, just how many graduates we had, and you're just trying to like
Over
I don't think we
400.
had an empty
move.
seat in the house.
No,
Wow.
and
People
you
were
saw people
standing,
were they
sitting on the stairs. I have a
This-
photo. I'll show you.
Didn't you
That's
say
amazing.
this was the biggest
It's like our
turnout,
biggest
or like
graduation
compared
Yeah.
to 2017 or something?
There's like
Wow.
we
It
pulled
was-
up the data,
Yeah.
and 2013, 2019, and this year.
2019 December was mine.
Uh huh.
that.
Because that was
So
a
that
lot of
was-
people.
Oh my God.
So I'm showing a photo right now of the
People
The
ended
end when
up
we're all
having to
celebrating the
sit
students.
on the
We'll make it
steps.
available in the show notes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
so-
send it to you.
That's great.
Um,
See the support coming out for everybody
yeah.
too, families and all that.
Absolutely. And I don't know what I would want people to forget. I think even me at my worst, like, don't forget that, because
Ooh, I like that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
even if I yelled at you for something, and by yelled I mean just like, hey, please don't do that.
Wow, I feel attacked
I'm
right
so
now.
crying over
Yeah.
this. You yelled at me.
Attacked.
You're way too
Then
loud.
like, yeah, if it was for a reason and it was out of love, because I wouldn't be asking these hard things or having others do something for me that didn't come from a place of love, or if I said something or out of necessity for whatever end goal, even though you don't see it right now.
Yeah.
So don't. Basically, I want to. It's unforgettable over here. So.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel like this is kind of a hard question because, like, when you're saying what you hope is going to happen, you're also slightly looking for like validation that it's like happening, but it's kind of hard
I
to
get that.
have that,
Yeah.
But like when I was on my 04 milestone tour, we had a board area, like basically what you had to sit in front of these people. And it's called your command board, and you had people that have been in command, they're either in command or they're post command, and then you have to have at least an 06, which is like a major command, or a captain. And they basically go around and ask you, they can ask you anything about like any type of instruction. They ask you kind of, here's the scenario, what do you do questions, right?
Sure.
To kind of just like test whether or not you have the just willingness to like be in command. And some people have failed, like it's something that you can fail. And then my admiral decided that he wanted to be on my board last minute, so that was fun.
No pressure.
No pressure. But one of the things that they usually recommend you be prepared for and have at the board is like what your command statement would be, or what your command intent would be if you're, you know, in command. And I was thinking about that, and I think I came up with it, like my entire want in command, or when I had power to influence other people, what I wanted was, it boiled down to safety. Like I wanted people to feel safe at my command, or safe at work, or safe with me. And I don't mean just like physically, like obviously I want you to be able to like feel safe, but like mentally, spiritually, like I just wanted you to be like feel that you could be safe in all things,
Safe to make mistakes.
and safe to make mistakes, safe to express yourself, you know, and not safe from consequences, because that's a different
Oh, absolutely.
that's a different thing,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah.
But
We have to
but
draw a
safe
line
to
somewhere
learn.
with
Yeah.
this blanket safe
Can't
situation.
just be like, it can't be all like roses most times, but I feel like that is what I want my legacy to be, is that everyone, like people felt safe being themselves, or being just human, I guess.
I can
around.
definitely see that.
Yeah.
I've known you for a few months now, and
Yeah.
I feel safe. And
Oh, good. So there you go. It's working.
Yeah.
Still questionable. No, I'm
Yeah, it's just today. So.
I just
Just
met
today.
you,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's fair.
still trying to figure it out.
And then
I cannot guarantee safe from my end.
The nunchucks are coming out.
The nunchucks, the ninja stars,
Well, they're in my bag.
giant lighters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're at the bottom
It's
of
all
my bag
in
under my
here.
jacket. But I think one thing I want people to forget is I have a I would say like a weakness of being competitive, and a lot of people are competitive. Like you play games, and so you're competitive with the games, or like you're competitive in like various things. But I don't know. I think sometimes I have the human flaw of being competitive in things that shouldn't matter, or like being competitive with friends when I should be. I want to be the one to support them, and I do, but like deep down in like the darkest recesses of me, I'm always like a little bit, you know, competitive against like what's happening for them or something.
Like
and
you
I-
want to be the better friend in
Yeah.
a situation.
or I want to do what they're doing, and I want to do it better, or you know, but,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy that they're doing, you know, it's
Oh,
like
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
it's almost like two sides of a mirror. It's really weird,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, do you think that friends should challenge each other though? I mean,
it's I guess I'm maybe being hard on myself, is that I don't feel like it's a challenge to my friend, but I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by almost coveting, or like in a weird way the
Yeah.
competitiveness is coveting as well.
Like you feel
And-
an urge to do better than them at whatever
Yeah,
they're doing. Like
And
so I
so
was like, hey, I
sometimes
found
in a
this
weak
cat. You're like,
moment-
well, I found two cats.
Yeah. I was able to read
Oh, a one-upper?
yeah.
Oh.
And so I think in my weakest
That's
moments,
fair.
sometimes that'll slip out.
Yeah.
And if it does, I hope that's forgotten, because it's not. It's almost like a base instinct, and it's not what I want. Oh my gosh, what is?
Are those cats?
there's so many cats around here. It's
Someone's
crazy.
probably feeding those seagulls up on
Oh my gosh.
So
on the
like,
roof. That makes sense.
I see
so
them
many
up there.
schools. But I would hope I always want the best, and I always want to be, you know, like a girl's girl, and
Yeah.
make sure that everyone gets, because there's room for everything and everyone. So everyone gets the support that they want,
Yeah.
and that is my true intent. And on weaknesses, it's like this base instinct will slip through sometimes.
Almost like a compulsion rather
Yeah,
than like
yeah.
a choice.
And then a choice.
Right.
And so I hope that if that does happen, that people forget that. Because
I
it's
think
not,
they
it's
will.
not
Good one.
intentional, and it's not true.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good one. Let me give this a shot here. So something I would want people to remember me by. I think about this question occasionally, and really I remember one of my great grandpas. It's on my mother's side, and he worked. He was a farmhand So we come from farmers way back in the day, you know, rough, thick hands. And he worked for this particular farmer who set aside money for him. Didn't come out of his salary, but it was more of a surprise. So he put aside money for my great-grandpa, which eventually allowed him, this is somebody who had no education. Well, he had an education, right, but very little, not even high school, but it allowed him to purchase some property back in the day. And that really set a trajectory for all of us down the line, where he was able to put money towards my great uncles and aunts either going to college or starting a business or trade school or something like that. So I think about what can you do for the community and giving back. And I hope that at least there's something there that it doesn't have to be on a plaque, right, on my tombstone, but at least somebody's like, hey, like, what got us here? Well, somebody long ago, like, believed in us or did something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to take that stance, even in the fleet. You know, we have people that we mentor or sailors who, like we talked earlier, right? Maybe they don't fit in a particular context. It may not be in the Navy, right? But they are going to thrive somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because they don't thrive in the Navy doesn't mean that they're not a success as a human.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah, not at all.
Yep.
Not,
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a different kind of
Military's
organization.
not for everybody.
That's
Exactly.
right. Yeah, and I have yeah, actually somebody I went to boot camp with is Haney. He works for Goldman Sachs, but he was a CS. He's a culinary specialist. But really quick story. We were at battle stations. This was probably this was back in 2009. And we were up for like over 24 hours, and you can't sleep, right? And if you fall asleep, right, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. And
What?
yeah,
Is that real?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the simulating that you're like fighting a
Yeah,
fire
welcome to
or
the
flooding
fleet.
or
yeah, if you're
things
at
like
battle
that.
stations, you can't go to sleep.
No, yeah, you can't
Unless
go
you're an
sleep.
aviator like me, then I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
I'm not leaving my room.
Yeah. So fast forward, like all of us are just exhausted, right? And we've been simulating fighting fires, things like that, flooding, and we're all soaking wet and just exhausted. And we're really close to the end now, and we're gonna graduate at some point. And Haney, of course, falls asleep. And yeah, one of the
Shout out to Haney.
Shout out to Haney, Brian Haney, you're my boy. We're from the Sacks. Yeah, he falls asleep, and then one of the RDCs was like, Haney, are you sleeping? And Haney's like, nah, I was praying. That's like the perfect.
That is a pretty good
Yeah.
cover.
The guy just woke up. He's like, nah, I'm praying.
I'm praying.
And-
I'm not even that clever on my best day.
On my best day,
Let alone
yeah.
when I just
Just
wake up.
checking my eyelids for leaks.
Oh my god. Yeah, and like everyone started cracking up, and then everyone like kind of stopped. Was like, oh shit, like like, oh my god, we're gonna get in so much trouble. And the guy like stared at him, the RDC, and then he just started like laughing. He's like, that's a good one. If you didn't say that, I would have tore you up.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is like Haney was a CS, culinary specialist in the Navy, got out, right, did his time, and now he's a banker at Goldman Sachs.
There you go.
It's something that I would, I don't want to say forget maybe, but maybe like perspective is learning through life. And taking that in perspective, maybe don't forget that, right? But put in perspective any mistakes that I've made or challenges that I've attempted to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've been around enough good mentors and bosses, good and bad bosses, who've allowed me to make those mistakes, right, a good spot, and learn from them and have that perspective on like why I did X, Y, and Z. So maybe don't forget the bad mistakes, but put in perspective how I'm just trying to strive to be a better person.
Yeah.
But even I'm sure somebody learned from your mistakes though. So
Yeah, mostly
saying
me.
forget about them.
Yeah, right.
If we do like a Spider-Man wipe and they forget, if your mistakes are forgotten, but they taught somebody else to do something better,
Yeah.
does that now they lost that?
What is the follow-on implication of
Yeah, what's
forgetting
the
something,
butterfly
right?
effect
Yeah.
of your mistakes getting wiped off
Yeah,
the face of the earth?
there you go.
That's
So-
an interesting thought problem.
For next,
Because it's always like,
episode.
you always think about like successes or like when your mentorship, like
Right.
it's always like a positive spin on your impact going forward, right? But like, what are the impacts of if you were able to erase all of your things that you think are mistakes, or
Right.
if you're able to erase that impact, like what actual good are you erasing when you think you're doing the good by erasing it.
I agree.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't mind making mistakes because it's an opportunity to learn. And
I don't because
No,
I'm competitive with myself even, but yeah.
I agree with that, and just like from my own personal experience, I think everything happens for a reason. That's just kind of from where I've been. So, I was prior aviator down in San Diego, flying in a squadron. Stuff happened where it got to a point where, you know what, I need to make a career change. So maybe to answer this question that was brought up, some things that I wish people would remember me by, just from that experience there and up to now, is how much work I put in to the things either I assign myself or what's been assigned to me. Just I try to, whatever job, whatever thing I sign up for, airplane.
Airplane.
Am I doing that right? Call it airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a 1950s plane. What's
Yeah,
going on
it's
there?
weird.
Yeah.
We're children. We like to point out the airplanes when they fly.
Well, being an aviator, I'm like, ooh.
You called that in.
I will just stare at it.
Can you know from the sound what kind of a plane?
I wasn't that good.
Oh, I thought we
probably
had
part,
I was like,
probably
we need to
part of
bring
my
him.
problem, which
Remember that
maybe
part.
that's the part I wish people would forget.
Your arcane knowledge of
There.
I'm
People
like,
are
oh,
going to be
there's
like,
maybe
what
a-
cloud is that?
No,
I'm like,
could.
I don't know.
I could tell between a helicopter and a plane. That's about it.
That's good.
Like I hear the wop wops, I'm like, okay, that's definitely a
I
helicopter.
felt like a plane was here. Or
yeah.
a helicopter was here. That's good.
Well, I can attest to your work ethic because I have definitely assigned you things, even last minute, that you've come through.
I've only cried a
Like,
few times
yeah.
whenever you
Well,
do
no.
it. It's fine. But no, I enjoy having the community work to do, like whether it's the band, whether
Yeah.
it's PBSA, which I'm the chairman of, or
Yeah.
Drone Club, or whatever that's going on in
Or
NPS.
the money we raised last couple
Yeah,
weeks.
you
for
saw, and maybe that's the other thing I wish people will forget is the dress I wore for that event.
There you
But
go.
it was all in
Never.
support.
Never.
Yeah, it's for
Don't, no, yeah, I was
nonprofit,
going to say that.
right?
If you erase that, what
Right,
good are you
but I
erasing?
was
Yeah.
screaming, and you could talk about it a little bit more. But basically, to raise awareness for
different causes.
Different causes. I was very enthusiastic while we were running this trail, just trying to get donations, and I ended up raising, I don't know, like
Of course you
200,
did.
300
Yeah,
something dollars.
Altogether, we raised over $1,200 for
Wow.
a
That's
amazing.
children's hospital.
And I'm just in my
Good for
red
you.
dress screaming.
Yeah,
like,
we don't want to forget about
No,
that.
not forgetting ever.
like F leukemia, like please donate, like what? I was just doing.
Yeah.
So the thing I want people to remember is just how much like work I try to put into the thing I am committed to, whether it's band, whether it's doing these causes. Back in when I was in San Diego, like the work I put into the squadron, and even before that when I was in school, because sometimes it's very easy, like people from the outside, they're seeing all this work being done, like, oh, okay, you know, he's doing his job or whatever, and as soon as they mess up, they're like, you messed up, what is wrong with you? And it's just like it hurts when it's like, you know, you just mess up this one time and it's just like, I did so much, but like this one thing that happened, or even if something that's not you messed up, but
Right.
like this circumstance happened.
If somebody else did it, but you're
But it-
getting the blame.
Yeah, and that's what sucks. So this whole like we kind of talked about it a little bit, but just like, you know, mentoring your fellow sailors and just like sitting down with them. We are for sure a one team, one fight. Like help each other out. You never know what people's internal battles are going to be.
Yeah.
So just, you know, it doesn't have to be like super in depth. Just reach out to them like, hey, what's going on? Like, how you doing?
Yeah, the perspective. Yeah, we interviewed Admiral Haney, Colleen and I, and that's something he brought up, where he mentioned when he was a JO on the sub.
Can you? What is JO?
Junior officer? Yeah, I'm
okay.
sorry, yeah, junior officer.
I'm learning.
Thank you. Yeah, he was junior officer.
We'll get the book.
on his
Yeah.
what is
No,
it?
my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't want
There's
it.
so many.
I like learning as I go.
Did we?
Yeah, we just make them up sometimes. Yeah, so he was a junior officer on a submarine way back in the day, and I forget the impetus of the question, But it's something like, what did you like? Something you learned as a junior officer, and that was one of the things he mentioned where he had a sailor who's having problems, and he's like, I don't know how to connect with this guy. He talked to his chief, and talked to the chief's mess, and I think his wife was like, maybe ask him what's going on at home, or and it turns out like something similar we talked about. He had like an exceptional family member, and
it can be so stressful.
Yeah, and that really helped unlock this guy's potential. We're like, hey, the command's here to help you. We'll figure things out. And whatever we can do to help. And like the guy ended up becoming one of the best sailors. So to your point,
yeah, you just look after each other, and that's all I gotta say about that.
All right. Well, great discussion, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out tonight. Thanks for coming in and hanging with us and being a guest.
Thanks.
I mean, I thought I was offered free beer, but the podcast is cool too.
We do have our ways.
No, this
all right,
cool.
guys. That's about it. Till next week.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us in the Trident Room. For more information about today's guests and topics, please visit the show notes online at nps.edu/Trident Room Podcast. The Trident Room Podcast has been brought to you by the Naval Postgraduate School Alumni Association and Foundation. For questions, comments, and suggestions, please email us at tridentroompodcasthost@nps.edu.